Simple Energy has had one of the more dramatic journeys in the Indian EV space. It started from massive claims from the brand, but that was followed by long delays and early teething issues, making people just write it off. But Simple Energy is back with the Gen 2 platform, and this is not just a software update or cosmetic enhancement, but a ground-up rework aimed at fixing all of those issues. Today then, we are going deep. Numbers, variants, what are the changes, how it rides, and whether this is finally the scooter that Simple should have launched from day one. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to the Evo India channel, give us a thumbs up if you like the video, and do let me know what you think about the Simple One. Let's start with the biggest reason anyone is talking about Simple Energy, and that's range. In 2026, Simple Energy offers 3 battery options across the Simple One range. At the base is the Simple 1S with a 3.7 kWh battery and a maximum claimed range of 190 km, which is IDC certified. With this one, the Simple One, you have 2 battery options. 4.5 kWh with a maximum claimed range of 236 km, and then there's a 5 kWh battery option with a maximum claimed range of 265 km. The jump in range is down to the fact that the new battery pack is now 17% more efficient than before, thanks to a higher energy density, now 167 Wh per kg compared to 152 earlier. The Simple One also has a new BMS and improved internal packaging. But let's be honest, IDC claimed figures live in a parallel universe. In this universe, we are not doing 265 km on a single charge. But even with that in mind, if you can get a range of 180 km to 200 km, I think that's pretty good. Because with that, you won't be charging every day, and you certainly won't have to plan out your rides with charging sockets in mind. Design-wise, the Gen 2 doesn't stray far from the Gen 1 or the Gen 1.5. It's still sharp, it's still angular, and it's futuristic as well. But it also doesn't go over the top like a lot of other scooters. For 2026, the changes make it a bit more aerodynamic, and it also improves cooling for the infotainment through new holes in the design. As for the practicality, that has seen a boost as well. Up front, you have this 1 liter cubby hole. The charging port, which was earlier under the seat, has now been moved here. Along with that, even the dashboard has seen a redesign to make it more easy and intuitive to use. Changes also include a 16 mm lower seat height and 5 liters more under-seat storage, now bringing the total to 35 liters. Most of these changes make the scooter more usable in real life. The lower seat height should make it more accessible to shorter riders, and the boot should fit most full-size helmets. The only exceptions would be a few bigger ones like my KYT, which with the rear spoiler could not go fully inside. Tech has been one of Simple Energy's big promises since day one, and the Gen 2 finally delivers on it. Up front, you have this 7-inch cluster running on Android 12 and with features like built-in navigation, app integration, over-the-air updates, and it also has safety features like Guide Me Home lights, traction control, and a lot more. Importantly, what earlier relied heavily on the cloud now runs directly on the scooter. It makes the system faster, more reliable, and less dependent on connectivity. Navigation has also been improved with live traffic and signal overlays. There are also features like Theft Alert, Ping My Scooter, Super Share, which lets you share your vehicle stats with anyone, Park Assist with forward and reverse modes, TPMS, telematics, and even a companion smartwatch app. But the real changes are underneath. As part of the chassis redesign, you have 129 kgs of curb weight, which is 8 kgs lighter than before. The battery as well is lighter by 4 kgs, owing to it being denser and 9% more efficient. The scooter has seen a 22% increase in overall rigidity and lateral stiffness. An 8 kg reduction might not sound huge on paper, but on a scooter, it completely changes how it behaves. With a new Simple One, the change is evident the first time you get on it. How do the changes translate into real world? Well, the scooter is now much easier to live with on a daily basis. It's easier to ride in traffic, at low speeds, and even while making U-turns. As for the performance figures, with the 5 kWh battery, you have a peak power of 11.8 bhp, an unchanged torque figure of 72 Newton meters, and a 0 to 40 kmph time of 2.55 seconds with a top speed of 115 kmph up from 105 kmph. As for the 4.5 kWh battery, peak power figures stand at 8.5 bhp, which lend it a 0 to 40 kmph time of 3.3 seconds. In the higher modes, there is plenty of shove when you want to catch up and overtake. What works for the simple one is the fact that it has a lot of range. Unlike a lot of scooters where you have to sacrifice range for speed, here it means you will be able to push hard every day without having range anxiety. The top-end Sonic X mode in this scooter feels almost overpowered in the city, but the good thing here is that it has a very linear power delivery, and even at max throttle, you always stay in control. Even though the torque figure remains unchanged, the throttle mapping has been made a bit more sportier to add to the thrill of riding. Even the braking setup has seen an improvement. To be exact, a 13% improvement in braking distances from the Gen 1.5. In the real world, however, that means you have good initial bite and good progression when you start braking. But what really transforms the riding experience here are the electronic aids. You now get 4 levels of regen, 4 levels of traction control, and you also get cruise control, which is operational between the speeds of 20 to 80 kmph. It's not the first time that we are seeing these features on a scooter, but they are still a very welcome upgrade. The same story is true for the ride and handling as well. The enhancements made into the chassis directly translates into how the scooter behaves on the road. High-speed stability has seen a big improvement, and in the corners as well, it's that much easier to just throw it in, and it inspires more confidence as you spend more time with the scooter. But it remains a bit too stiff. Over potholes and breakers, you do still get the thud sound from the chassis, and to be honest, I feel a lot of people will want a more comfortable scooter than the simple one. But it's definitely better than before. That's because the suspension has been retuned with revised compression and damping values that respond differently at low and high speeds. The result is a ride that's more forgiving over broken roads, yet more planted when you push on. Now, let's talk price. The range starts at 1.5 lakh rupees for the Simple 1S and at 1.7 lakh rupees for the Simple 1. This one, with the 5 kWh battery, will set you back 1.78 lakh rupees. And with that, this is definitely not a budget electric scooter. But for the price that you do pay, you definitely get a lot more kit. In 2026, this is no longer a revolutionary product, but a more complete one. For the price that you do pay, you get more range, you get more practicality, you get more features, and all that with a lesser weight. And here's the verdict. Simple might have stumbled early on with Gen 1 or the Gen 1.5, but with the Gen 2, it has finally built a product that deserves to be in the conversation with the best electric scooters in India. And if range is your top priority, this is a definite consideration.